Good morning, October 18th, halfway through the week now. It's Wednesday. Good morning, early risers. I'm Ray Collins. Glad you're with us. John Scalzi is in place with details of today's forecast. And John, yesterday got really cloudy in the afternoon, didn't it?
Yeah, got a few sprinkles around too. I don't know if you got any or not at your place, but I certainly did at ours. A little bit of rainfall, not a lot, but some. And the same sort of situation again today. I think we'll have a mix of sun and clouds with a chance of a sprinkle or two. We still have this front that is stalled out down below us. And this morning, you can tell the air feels just a little bit more comfortable. We've dropped about 6 degrees in our dew point, about 5 degrees in our temperature. So it feels a little bit more comfortable outside today. We still have some ongoing shower activity, mostly in Gulf and Atlantic waters and down in the southern tip of the state. But we'll put in about a 20% chance of an afternoon shower during time of maximum heating. We'll look for a daytime high that tops out a little warmer than yesterday. I think we'll get a little bit more sunshine than we did yesterday, coming in probably around 85, 86 for a daytime high, and about a 20% chance of rain. Got some big news in the weather department coming up in just a few minutes. We'll talk about that coming up.
Heck of a tease. Okay, thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic right now in Manatee County. The coast is clear. All roads are good. One little blip there near downtown Bradenton. We'll have the monitor checked and find out what that is. Also farther south, Bee Ridge. Early buildup on the westbound lane around McIntosh and Beneva. Be aware of that ongoing construction project there. Clark Road showing some early activity also in the westbound lane. South County all clear at 5:02 on your Wednesday morning. Our top story, new developments in the death of a 82-year-old woman found in her Bradenton home. Police have arrested her neighbor and charged her with the murder of Zelma Huddleston. This is Misty Whiteley, charged with battery on a law enforcement officer also, as well as obstruction of justice. Bradenton police received a 911 call about a medical issue on 3rd Avenue West Tuesday morning. When officers arrived, they found the woman dead. We'll have more on this story as it develops throughout the day right here on ABC 7 and on my Suncoast.com. It has been years in the making, and today a major shortcut finally opens in northern Manatee County. This is the bridge that connects Lakewood Ranch to Parrish. It opens to drivers at 11 a.m. The county will cut a ribbon at 8:30 a.m. for the new Fort Hamer Bridge. It was briefly opened last month to allow people to evacuate before Hurricane Irma. Also in Manatee County, a flood of concerns about a creek and a canal. Our Rick Adams was there when some residents addressed county commissioners.
Well, flooding issues did take center stage here for Tuesday's work session with Manatee County commissioners. Flood victims did have a chance to have their voices heard. Ruth Gamma and Mauro Seta have lived in the Shady Brook Village condo development in Manatee County for many years. Heavy rains in late August caused Bullies Creek to flood, damaging their home. Also, Gamma's vehicle was one of around a dozen that were lost. She says the floodwaters can be up to 3 feet deep during some storms, and she is sick of it.
We want some resolve to the issues that have been ensued upon everybody, and it's just something that we all want to see get better.
These flooding issues is what brought out dozens of people to speak in front of Manatee County commissioners on Tuesday. In addition to Bullies Creek, flooding from the Pierce Canal in Bradenton has caused many headaches, especially for people who live in the Center Lake neighborhood. The big problem has been stormwater drainage issues. Basically, at times, there's too much water that the drains can't handle, and also debris gets in the way. John Sandberg explains what he had to go through during the recent late August storm.
I'm wading through my house, trying to evacuate my animals, my mom, everything I can get up high. I'm trying to get up high, and there's eels and fish swimming around me in my home.
Manatee County Public Works says they will continue to study Bullies Creek and Pierce Canal, looking for the best ways to reduce the flooding risks. Some of what was being talked about includes dredging, freeing up money in a reserve, having more inmates help with the removal of storm debris, and possibly adding a stormwater fee for residents where the money would be used to significantly improve the stormwater drainage system.
These are neighbors. We care about them, and we want to get this thing resolved as quickly as possible.
And next up with all this, the Manatee County Commissioners will have another work session in the coming weeks to start coming up with possible solutions to these flooding problems. Reporting from Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Sarasota police are thanking social media followers for helping catch a man wanted for armed robbery. Last week, the police department shared a video of a man who was caught on camera robbing a clothing store on 301 near 11th Street near Newtown. Police say he threatened the clerk with a knife and demanded money. Social media tips led them to a 19-year-old named David Emberley, who has now been charged with armed robbery. He is being held at the Sarasota County Jail. Plans are moving forward for a pedestrian bridge over Laurel Road to help bikers and walkers on the Legacy Trail in Sarasota County. The state DOT will hold an informational meeting about the pedestrian overpass on Monday, October 30th. You can speak directly to engineers about the plan to bridge the gap over one of the busiest roads included in the trail that connects Sarasota to Venice. The $2 million project will begin in a few weeks and should be finished in about 1 year. Dozens of areas across the country are trying to lure Amazon to build its new headquarters in their communities, and now that includes Manatee County. EDC President Sharon Hillstrom says the agency has submitted 2 sites to Amazon. One is in Lakewood Ranch, the other is in northern Manatee County. The Observer newspaper reports homebuilder Carlos Baruf owns the North County parcel of land. Cities and counties across the country are bidding to bring Amazon's second headquarters to their regions. The new facility for the online giant could bring up to 50,000 jobs. And speaking of jobs, hundreds came out to a job fair yesterday in Newtown. Our Bobeth Yates was there.
Well, more than 35 employers from construction to hospitality have all gathered to look for potential employees, a trend that has left Sarasota's unemployment rate among the lowest.
We are looking for full-time applicants. We are hiring up to 300 candidates through the end of the year.
Customer service company Alorica is looking to fill job openings right here on the Suncoast, and they're not alone.
We're a civil engineering construction company, so we do everything from the ground down. We have a lot of jobs and we need people to come in and apply.
Ripa and Associates was among the about 40 companies that packed the Robert L. Taylor Center with their eyes set on the Suncoast workforce. The job fair was just one of several mass hiring opportunities in recent weeks that is helping to drive the local 3.9% unemployment rate, a figure that is just below the current national unemployment rate of 4.2%.
As a region, we are continuing to see job numbers grow. The demand is there, and our region actually has the fastest growing rate for hospitality and leisure.
Courier Source Suncoast has been tracking the area's unemployment numbers, and officials say not only are they seeing people get hired in the hospitality industry, but manufacturing, construction, and local government.
As it pertains to government positions, there is a huge growth rate in Manatee County government. They're going to have over 1/3 of their workforce retiring over the next 3 to 5 years. So they're really looking to build up their workforce.
And the variety of employment options has job seekers like Claudia Clary, who is looking for something in the health and wellness industry, excited.
This is huge for someone like me. I really like the idea of getting in front of all the people who are looking for employees.
In addition to the positions being offered at the job fair, officials say Amazon could soon be opening a facility in Rabonia, which would add to the options for those looking for employment. Bobeth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
The city of Venice has been named one of the 12 best fall beach destinations in Florida. An online travel booking site called Trips to Discover named Venice as number 10 in its list of beach destinations. The website says the area is known for being home to fossilized shark's teeth, as well as a place to enjoy swimming, fishing, and boating. The site also praised the downtown area's beautiful architecture and boutique shops, restaurants, and locally owned businesses as well. Speaking of beaches, live music and unique sand sculptures are coming soon to Siesta Beach. The Siesta Key Crystal Classic is November 10th through the 13th. 10 bands will perform under a big tent during the festival. The lineup will include a roster of popular local and Bay Area acts. For the first time, the festival will be open Friday and Saturday night until 9 p.m. with live music, drinks at the party tent, and a light display of the amazing sculptures. Tickets can be purchased online through October 29th. Today, the volunteers who work behind the scenes at the World Rowing Championships will be honored for their hard work. Over 1,800 volunteers are invited to attend the free Volunteer Appreciation Party at Nathan Benderson Park from 6 to 9 this evening. Volunteers will get to celebrate with food, drinks, games, and other entertainment. Again, any and all World Rowing volunteers are invited to attend, and that was certainly a well-orchestrated event, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Took a lot of volunteers, didn't it? 1,800 people.
Yeah, it did. We talked about that thing for years and years, and it's finally happened, and all good reviews.
Yes, indeed. It's nice to have it. Nice to have that, a little addition to the Suncoast.
Certainly was, yeah.
We've got some showers today, perhaps a few, but I think the most notable thing is the lower humidity. Feels pretty good outside.
Good hair day, huh?
I think so.
Good for us, huh?
Yeah.
Doesn't help us a bit. All right, 5:10 right now. Still ahead first alert traffic and meet a former circus performer on this edition of Amazing Suncoast Women. And later in the hour, the fallout from President Trump's fallen soldier comments continues. It is 5:11, and you are watching Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
You studied hard, went to college, and achieved your dream, but it turned into a financial nightmare. If you have federal student loans and you'd like to reduce your payments, get more time, or have your loans completely eliminated, then we have good news. With one call to Student Loan Relief Services, you can find support and guidance. We've already helped thousands of people, and we can help you too. If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans, you can qualify for payment extensions, payment reductions, or you may qualify to have your federal student loan completely forgiven. Call Student Loan Relief Services now to find out about your options. Take control of your finances and get out from under this burden. One of our student loan experts has the answers to your questions and great solutions to ease your financial burden. We're here for you. Call Student Loan Relief Services now.
Call 800-759-0203, 800-759-0203.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Current air temperature coming in at 70 degrees, significantly cooler than 24 hours ago by about 4 or 5 degrees. So feels pretty nice outside, plus the dew point. Dew point's in the 60s now. That feels awesome. That's about as low as our dew point is going to go, the upper 60s. It might shave off another degree or two, but that's it. We will have to wait for a stronger cold front to really get dew points in the 50s. And that may be coming down the road. We're looking at a northeast wind at about 8 right now. Winds will be a little bit breezy today, though. That'll be one of the characteristics of this particular frontal passage, the breezier winds, for several days, particularly in the mornings and evenings. 71 degrees Wauchula, 73 in Arcadia, 71 in Myakka, Parrish and Bradenton, both in the 60s at 69. And Lakewood Ranch comes in at 70. 71 degrees, Longboat Key, 72 in Venice and Inglewood, and in Northport, 72, 72 in Punta Gorda as well. So we've got some ongoing showers out in Gulf waters, out in Atlantic waters, down to the south as well. Florida Strait seeing a little bit of rainfall activity at this hour. Now, it's pretty lightweight stuff. We're not looking at too much in the way of heavy downpours and a few thunderstorms. That's about it. This is where the majority of the action is going to occur during these morning hours because of the relatively warmer waters there. And locally, the radar not picking up any showers anywhere. That'll be the case probably till around 1, 2, 3 o'clock. Then we probably will see an isolated shower or two, mostly carried over from a strong easterly wind that will surge in the afternoon from the Atlantic coastline. Once that occurs, some moisture will be brought over and we might see an isolated shower or two. But in our neck of the woods, some drier air has moved in, part of a large area of dry air that's making most of the country very quiet this morning. If you're traveling today, boy, picked a good day to travel. There should be no airport delays anywhere across the nation due to inclement weather. So that's good news. High pressure, the dominant weather feature. That high gradually drifts toward the east as the trough of low pressure that we have sitting just to our south fades away. That high brings us that easterly wind, and a surge in the afternoon and evening hours will probably increase our wind speeds up to a small craft advisory. Right now we're at a small craft advisory, but that should probably start to tame. The wind should probably start to relax just a little bit as we head into the mid-morning hours. A sun cloud mix, breezy, and those isolated afternoon showers with wind speeds over the next couple of days staying kind of high, up around 10 to 15 with some possible wind gusts, especially in the evening, coming in above 20. So watch for that, 15 to 20 knot wind in the evening, probably tonight and probably tomorrow morning as well. We'll see some stronger winds. And then over the next several days, some drier air gives us sunshine and nice days, Friday and Saturday. Small rain chances coming in by the end of the weekend, but a cold front arrives on Tuesday with a good chance of rain. And Ray, that may be the one that really knocks down our temperatures.
Closely. Thank you, John. All right, checking first alert traffic now as you awaken on this Wednesday morning. Manatee County, a little blip there on the screen on the 301 southbound lane as you approach State Road 70, otherwise pretty clear. Farther south now we'll see some slowdowns in both directions on Bee Ridge Road around Beneva and McIntosh. Be aware of that ongoing construction project. South County, mostly clear outside of one buildup in the southbound lane as you head into South Venice. Right now, 5:18 on your Wednesday morning. Ruth Clark is involved in the Sarasota Opera, but her background is in the circus. Our Linda Carson has her story.
For many years, Ruth Clark and her husband Frank were circus superstars. Ruth is now a very important person with the Sarasota Opera, but you'll never see her on stage. She's been head of wardrobe for almost 20 years.
I maintain, or am in charge of maintaining all the wardrobe for each opera. We also, my crew and I change all the dressing rooms, 3 floors of dressing rooms, sometimes more than that. For each opera.
She's in charge of all the clothes, shoes, jewelry, hats, everything for each performer for every opera. They also get the performers into their costumes.
I have a basic crew of 6, 2 dressers on each floor, and my assistant and I are in charge of the principals on the first floor.
They have a lot of quick changes that are choreographed and rehearsed.
We had a quick change last year in Carmelites with Miss Lopez, who's coming back this year. That was like 1 minute and 20 seconds, and we changed her from a town lady into a nun.
Ruth is a 3rd-generation circus performer following her parents' and grandparents' footsteps.
Gymnastics, hand balancing was what my family did.
Ruth was an aerialist, and she married fellow performer Frank Clark while hanging beneath an airplane.
My husband and I did an aerial act for many years, and I designed and made my own wardrobe.
They traveled the globe, performing many different acts and wintering in Sarasota, and they met people with the opera.
I got a call one day from someone who said they need help in the costume shop. Someone had to leave for some reason. Can you come down and help them out?
And she did.
I thought, well, I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, I'll give it a shot.
A year or so later, she was named head of wardrobe, and her husband was property master for the opera for 12 years. And her life lesson?
I'm one that doesn't give up easily.
She says it's up to each of us to choose happiness.
We have an ability to be happy. in almost any situation.
And a little career advice.
Pursue what you would like to do, and life is short. You might as well be doing what you like to do.
And when the Sarasota Opera season starts in November, you can be sure that before each performer steps onto the stage, Ruthie Clark will be in the wings, making sure every detail of their costume is perfect. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Great story. Thank you, Linda and Ruth. Still ahead in Good Morning Suncoast, a software company will begin testing self-driving cars. And at 5:35, another proposed travel ban and another blocked by a judge. The story coming up.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. They send out devastating letters, garnish paychecks, and even put liens on your home or business. You may have heard of it. It's called enforced compliance. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms and can negotiate a tax settlement with the IRS. It's that simple. And if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars, finally ending your financial stress. Now is the time for a fresh start. Now is the time to call Tax 10,000. 800-699-3188. That's 800-699-3188. Call now.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important, and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Well, this will change a lot of commutes in the future now. Fort Hamer Bridge opens this morning. At 11 o'clock, it'll connect Lakewood Ranch to the Parish area. Nice little shortcut through northern Manatee County. Bridge is closed right now, the sign says, but it opens at 11 and a ribbon cutting at 8:30 a.m. on the $32 million bridge that was years in the making, finally opening today. Don't forget our ABC 7 News app. If you're an iPhone or iPad user, you can always update it by going to the WWSB or My Suncoast options. It's free and provides comprehensive news, weather, traffic. Also, Android users, you can get it as well. And don't forget our social media contacts. In fact, I added some pictures and some behind-the-scenes photos yesterday. If you go to Facebook and Ray Collins, ABC 7, like the page and check it out. Give me your feedback. Love to stay in touch with you. It is your morning show as well. Welcome back, 5:24 now on this Wednesday morning. Google's new smartphones getting some rave reviews. ABC's Candace Gibson and Diane Macedo have details.
In today's Tech Bites, Google's Pixel 2 phones are hitting Verizon stores today, and they are getting rave reviews.
Yeah, the second generation phone for Google is being described as the best Android phone you can buy, with a bright display, increased battery life, and squeezable edges that summon Google Assistant.
Garden Space is a smart home device promising to give anyone a healthy garden regardless of location.
Okay, so it monitors, waters, and even protects from pesky critters with a splash of water. The device is solar powered but comes with a backup battery for those cloudy days.
Finally, fully automated cars are on their way to New York City. GM and the company Cruise Automation will test autonomous cars in the Big Apple next year.
So the cars would be Chevy Bolts. There would be an engineer behind the wheel and an observer in the front passenger seat as well.
Which one of them is going to honk at all the taxi cabs?
That will be the others.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Quicken Loans.
Sarah is a 5th grade teacher. When it comes to molding young minds, nobody does it better. She also builds her own fighting robots. Destroy. But when it comes to mortgages, she's less confident. Fortunately for Sarah, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so she can understand the details and be sure she's getting the right mortgage. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently.
I am totally blind. And Non-24 can make me show up too early or too late, or make me feel like I'm not really there. Talk to your doctor and call 844-234-2424.
How do you like your coffee?
I love the...
What if you had a medical emergency away from home?
My chest hurts. I can't breathe.
What you need is Mobile Help, America's premier mobile medical alert system. Most systems only work at home, but with Mobile Help, you get help outside the home with coverage nationwide on one of the largest cellular networks at the press of a button. Call the number on your screen for a free full-color brochure. We'll send you everything you need, including this base station, the patented mobile device, and the waterproof pendant and wrist button. You can also add the fall button that automatically detects falls and signals help. Call today and receive a risk-free 30-day trial. There is no equipment to buy and no long-term contract. For a limited time, you will also receive a free emergency key box with your plan purchase. Remember, Mobile Help keeps you safe coast to coast.
Call 1-800-916-8638. That's 1-800-916-8638.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
The ABC 7 First Alert Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information when severe weather threatens the Suncoast. Visit mysuncoast.com and download yours today.
Or on Good Morning Suncoast, an emotional scene in South Florida where a fallen soldier is returned to his pregnant wife and child. Tension growing in advance of a speech tomorrow on the campus in Gainesville. We'll have a preview. And look at this, 2 race car drivers let their tempers boil over and over and over. Watch how this one ends, coming up next on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And a peaceful start to the day, 5:30. Nice shot there of the Ringling Causeway between the Ritz-Carlton on the left and the Renaissance Alinari condos on the right, looking right through the middle there towards Sarasota Bay. Always love to see that shot. Traffic changes in a matter of hours here on the Suncoast. Welcome back. 5:30. It is October 18th. I'm Ray Collins, and John Scalzi is in place with details of hopefully more sun than we saw yesterday, John.
Yeah, a little bit more sunshine and a little lower humidity as well, making it feel pretty nice this morning. I think that Ringling Bridge will probably be filled with some walkers and runners as we head into the morning hours, dawn hours. We're looking at quiet conditions, not a lot of rainfall around, not a lot of chance of a rainfall either through the morning hours, through the morning commute, and into the mid-morning and early afternoon. Then maybe a sprinkle. That's about it. We're looking at some drier air that is filtered southward, kind of putting a little bit of a part in the clouds. Now, that might be a temporary part. We will see the clouds around again today, but there'll be a mix of sun and clouds with a little bit more sunshine, helping to boost our temperatures a degree or two above what they were yesterday. We got some rain showers out in the Gulf waters. Those are really not a problem for us. The Atlantic showers, an indication of the moisture that is there, and with a fairly strong easterly wind blowing later in the day, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little of that moisture turn into some local showers for us as well. We'll have a daytime high that tops out in the mid-80s, and we'll have a rain chance at only about 20% or so. We have some cooler air headed our way, though, and we'll talk about that coming up in a few.
Thank you, John. Exciting day. We reconfigured our map to better highlight University Parkway. Before, it's kind of caught in the seam between our two maps, and Lakewood Ranch and University, a very important part of our area. So now you can see University loud and clear right there. So far right now, showing no real delays. 301 southbound, though, showing some delay from State Road 70. Issues earlier on Bee Ridge Road have cleared up for now. Pretty good in that section of Sarasota County. Then farther south, we'll check that. No real problems at 5:32 on your Wednesday morning. A new distraction in Washington tops our news this morning. President Trump's comments about how much previous presidents did to reach out to families of fallen soldiers. ABC's Serena Marshall has the latest.
A grieving widow, 6 months pregnant, and a flag-draped coffin. The remains of her husband, U.S. Army Sergeant LaDavid Johnson, returned home. The soldier with the elite U.S. Army Special Forces, one of 4 who died nearly 2 weeks ago in Niger. Only an hour before, President Trump calling Maisha Johnson, offering condolences, but according to Democratic Representative Frederica Wilson, in that call, the president told the grief-stricken Johnson he knew what he signed up for, but when it happens, it hurts anyway.
It's so insensitive.
By her own admission, Wilson only heard part of the more than 5-minute call.
You don't say that. He is the President of the United States. This is a soldier who gave his life for his country.
According to the White House, the president's conversations with the families of American heroes who've made the ultimate sacrifice are private. But the new controversy coming after the president defended his claim that other presidents, including President Obama, did not ever personally call grieving families of fallen soldiers.
I mean, you could ask General Kelly, did he get a call from Obama?
Kelly doesn't talk about his son's death and wouldn't go on the record. Obama aides not disputing the White House's claim, but say Kelly attended a White House breakfast for Gold Star families, where he sat at the First Lady's table. After some initial backtracking, President Trump appears to be standing by his initial claim that previous administrations never called the families of fallen soldiers. Those previous administrations, though, say they used a combination of phone calls, letters, and in-person meetings to express their condolences. Serena Marshall, ABC News, Washington.
As you just saw, one of the 4 U.S. soldiers killed in an ambush by ISIS in Niger returned home to Florida. The body of Sergeant LaDavid Johnson arrived in Miami on Tuesday afternoon. Quite a scene. Johnson's widow, who is pregnant with their 3rd child, walked toward the casket with her daughter by her side and broke down in tears. Wow. Johnson was 25 years old. Details about that ambush that killed Johnson and 3 other soldiers are expected to be released sometime this week in Washington. On Capitol Hill, 2 senators have reached a bipartisan deal to restore Obamacare reduction payments. This comes after months of gridlock over the health care reform. Senator Lamar Alexander, a Republican from Tennessee, and Patty Murray, a Democrat from Washington, have worked for weeks on a new plan. President Trump called it a short-term deal.
Yes, we have been involved, and this is a short-term deal.
because we think ultimately block grants going to the states is going to be the answer. That's a very good solution. We think it's going to not only save money but give people much better health care with a very, very much smaller premium spike.
The president says he's still intent on repealing Obamacare despite failed efforts so far to do so. A federal judge has blocked the president's travel ban for the third time. The president's third version of the policy was set to take effect today. The new restrictions were to cover 8 countries, this time including North Korea. A federal judge in Hawaii says the travel ban plainly discriminates based on nationality. In a statement, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders called the ruling dangerously flawed. The Justice Department says it will appeal the judge's decision as quickly as possible. New this morning, sources say former White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer is the latest administration official to be interviewed by special counsel in connection to a possible Russian meddling in the election. Insiders say that Robert Mueller's team is looking for a possible paper trail linking the dismissals of FBI Director James Comey and National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Former Chief of Staff Reince Priebus and National Security Council Secretary Keith Kellogg were also interviewed recently on this investigation as well. The Senate Intelligence Committee has issued another subpoena in its Russia investigation, compelling former Trump foreign policy advisor Carter Page to testify. Page has gone back and forth several times with the committee over what information he would provide. He told investigators last week that he would plead the fifth to avoid sending most of the documents to the committee. He says the documents are beyond the scope of this particular probe. NFL players can continue to take a knee during the national anthem. NFL owners and the Players Association met in New York over the issue. An NFL spokesman says the league does not expect to change its policy, which says only that players should stand during the anthem, not that they must stand. Former 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick was the first to kneel down during the anthem last year, and dozens of others have since done the same to protest perceived racial injustice. After the meeting, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said that players were not asked to commit to stand for the anthem.
The players were very clear about how they felt about these issues and how deeply they felt about these issues in our communities. And I think finally the players and the owners came to an agreement that these aren't really issues that are player issues or owner issues or community issues.
Even though Kaepernick is no longer in the league, some players want him to be at future meetings. Developing overnight, Amazon Studios chief Roy Price has stepped down. Now here's why. His resignation comes days after a producer accused him of sexual harassment. The Hollywood Reporter published an article overnight detailing harassment allegations against Price made by Isa Hackett. Now she's a producer of the Amazon series A Man in the High Castle. Price did not respond to a request for comment from CNN. An Amazon spokesperson said that Albert Chang, who took charge last week, will continue as the interim head of that studio. Back in Florida, rarely has a speech caused this much commotion. The governor has declared a state of emergency in advance of tomorrow's talk by a white nationalist on the campus of University of Florida. Reporter Haley Wade has our preview.
Months of controversy have led up to the UF appearance by Richard Spencer, and now the event is just days away.
We're at the point of having meeting fatigue at this point, but it's been helpful and necessary.
Everyone from city leaders to law enforcement officers are finishing last-minute prep work. City, county, and even state agencies have stepped in for preparation for Thursday's protest and rally here at the Phillips Center. Governor Rick Scott making a declaration of emergency in Alachua County for law enforcement coordination following Sheriff Sadie Darnell's request.
It's more than what it sounds like. It's not like an alarming that we expect a lot of violence. We don't know what to expect, but we do need to prepare.
Darnell says the declaration will help law enforcement get the resources they need that aren't normally available.
From reaching out to state agencies, municipalities, in addition to the sheriffs throughout the state.
Whether they need help from neighboring sheriff's offices or equipment like buses in case of mass arrests.
We reach out to make sure that should there be a need for it, we've got it. If we don't need it, it will be out of sight and out of mind.
Darnell says having months to plan has been their biggest advantage.
We have a good comfort level from the standpoint of having the time to prepare.
City leaders have mapped out roads that will close Thursday, primarily Southwest 34th Street, but more could be added.
We may have to close different roadways depending on if people decide to march, so people need to be aware.
The closures could cause short delays in emergency response times.
We have great law enforcement, very professional, very well trained, very well equipped.
As for citizens, a rumor hotline, non-emergency line, and even a student line have been set up to answer questions and offer help. Everyone is urged to report suspicious activity and people.
What they saw, where they saw it, when they saw it, and why it was suspicious, so then they can respond.
Again, that speech is tomorrow. As we go now from Gainesville to Tallahassee, Governor Scott honored some fish and wildlife officers for being heroes. He recognized 3 FWC officers for their bravery and service during Hurricane Irma. These officers, with many others stationed in the Keys, helped conduct search and rescue missions and responded to many requests for assistance and evacuation. Although their own homes were seriously damaged during the storm, the officers were dedicated to assisting those in their community. All right, here we go. Caught on camera. A race car wreck in Indiana quickly got out of hand when the drivers used their cars and their fists to settle a beef. You got to watch this. Come to your TV screens now. Couple drivers, Anderson, Indiana, collision. Race left one driver spinning. He wasn't happy about it. Watch what he does. Not only does he have words with other driver, he's got a better idea. I am going to drive over the front of your car. Wait, that's not enough. He's going to get out of the car now, and let's watch this together as to what happens next. This got so bad, police got involved. They came out and tased the drivers. One driver was charged with disorderly conduct, the other with criminal recklessness. You don't see this too much when police get involved as well and tase the drivers. This is not like a US 41 Bee Ridge Road type thing.
Well, it is a little. I have never seen anything like that in professional sports.
Tempers flaring.
Oh, amazing. Goodness gracious. Glad nobody was hurt. I mean, it certainly could have been, I suppose.
I know.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right.
Anyway. We have some quiet weather today, with the exception of maybe a few showers and a few passing clouds. Other than that, some lower humidity makes it feel pretty comfortable outside. Talk about that. And a really cold front coming our way.
Really cold front?
Really cold front.
Bundle up type front?
Like 50s.
Really?
Yeah.
We have to
Ready?
wait? We have to wait?
Oh, yeah.
You won't tell us now about it?
No, forget it. Kidding me?
The art of the tease. Also, first alert traffic and how air pollution is not only a health hazard for you, but also for unborn children. Up next in Health Smart.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Our accredited staff will handle all of the Medicare paperwork for free, and best of all, your brace is shipped directly to your home for free. Don't let chronic lower back pain slow you down. Get moving and stay active with a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare at little little to no cost. We also accept Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, and other insurance. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare? Find out for free.
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-715-0835. That's 1-800-715-0835, 1-800-715-0835.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Current air temperature comes in at 70 degrees. We have a dew point value. Check that out, 68. That's lower than it was yesterday by about 6 degrees. And that's important. That really does make the air feel a lot more comfortable outside. Kind of a mix of sun and clouds around the region right now with the northeast wind blowing at about 8. The wind fairly breezy this morning. Small craft advisories are up through 10 o'clock this morning, and then they will probably be discontinued till this evening when they will reappear as we get that easterly surge. 71 degrees in Wauchula, 72 in Arcadia. Mayaca is at 70. 70 degrees at Lakewood Ranch, 69 Parrish and Bradenton. Just a little taste of fall in the air this morning with 71 in Northport, 72 in Inglewood, 71 in Venice, and Longboat Key at 72. Across the region, we had some drier air that's kind of filtered in across, especially the east coast of the state of Florida. Now, we still have that easterly wind flow, so moisture is being slung back toward the coastline from the Atlantic waters, and they pick up a few showers there. The frontal boundary is still kind of meandering through central Florida, south central Florida, and it is in the process of decay, and it will just eventually fall apart. A few thunderstorms out in the warmer Gulf waters. Otherwise, things pretty quiet over land this morning. Certainly your morning commute should be rain-free. Don't see any issues here. Mix of sun and clouds, no fog, no drizzle, no wet roads. Everything looks perfect for your morning commute. Now, across the nation, this is rare to see this, but most every state has fair weather. A little bit of coastal rainfall in the Pacific Northwest. We have some scattered showers in Southern California, which is good. And then in the Northeast, it's pretty quiet there too. So all in all, the country's looking fine this morning, with temperatures ranging from the 50s in the extreme northern tier all the way down to the 70s in the southern parts of Texas. So all in all, nice weather. High pressure responsible for that gradually drifts towards the east as this frontal boundary begins to decay. It decays away, high pressure takes over, and we get this wind out of the northeast over the next several days. We'll get dry air around here for the next couple of days. Yes, we have a rain chance today, but it's pretty minimal. Tomorrow about the same. And then Friday, I think nothing but sunshine and beautiful skies. It'll be beautiful. Saturday, I think the same. And then that high with its easterly wind takes some of this moisture that's over in the Atlantic and slings it back in this direction, bringing us a chance of isolated showers once again. A cold front will arrive next week, but that one won't be here until about Wednesday of next week. That one will significantly lower our temperatures. Northeast wind at about 10 to 15, surging in the evening to about 20, and the forecast calling for minimal rain chances today and tomorrow. And then sunny skies on Saturday and Sunday, I think, for the most part. On Sunday, we'll look for about a 30% chance of showers, increasing with the approach of that cold front. You don't see it on this 7-day forecast, but if it went out 10 days, I think instead of 80s, we'd be looking at maybe upper 60s for a daytime high. Possibly. Talk about that rest of the forecast coming up in a few. Back to you, Red.
Yeah, some folks like that. I like it 80 and sunny. Here's the roads right now. State Road 70, a little congestion there as you approach 301. Farther south now into Sarasota County, we'll see, oh, look at that, some buildup now. Bee Ridge, northbound on 41 rather as you approach Bee Ridge, and also over by Clark Road in both directions around Stickney Point. South County all clear at 5:50 on your Wednesday morning. On to Health Smart now. Air pollution not only affects you, it also can affect pregnant women and their unborn children. Some tips to protect yourself now from reporter Reed Binion.
A new study published by the Journal of the American Medical Association Pediatrics says mothers who are exposed to air pollution during pregnancy may have children with negative health consequences later in life and accelerated biological aging. The World Health Organization says 92% of the world's population lives in areas where the air quality fails to meet its standards. Heavy pollution has also been linked to increased risk of lung cancer, strokes, and asthma. To reduce your exposure to pollution, the EPA recommends staying inside a building with filtered air. Also, try to avoid activities that make you breathe deep and fast, which certainly makes exercise harder. If you do not have access to filtered air, find a room with the least number of windows to sleep in. Keep your homes clean and make sure your vacuum has high-efficiency air filters. For today's Health Minute, I'm Reed Binion.
Still have the day's top local news headlines, and these ghoulish couples tied the knot at Six Flags just in time for Halloween. We'll have their stories after this.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom. Over the years, we've helped thousands of families find senior care, and today's senior living communities have never been better, with amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. Call today. A Place for Mom. You know your family, we know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Call A Place for Mom right now to get our free ebook on financing senior care, as well as a free referral for senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-290-0352. That's 1-800-290-0352.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
If you have to have air conditioning or you have to have power to live versus somebody that just needs that for convenience or comfort, then you should be prioritized.
Hurricane Irma left millions without power, but no power for a Florida nursing home left 14 dead. What is the state doing to prevent this from happening again? I'm Alan Crone. We'll meet you at the trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
Watch ABC 7 wherever you are. Just search ABC 7 on your streaming device to keep up with the Suncoast from the comfort of your couch. Download ABC 7 now to watch us on TV anytime you want. ABC 7, we're here for you wherever you are.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
Well, it's quiet there right now. Bridge is still closed, but in a few hours, Fort Hamer Bridge opens today for the first time. $32 million span connecting Lakewood Ranch up to Parrish. Be a nice shortcut for lots of folks, and we'll have more on today's ribbon cutting and bridge opening later on today here on ABC 7. Here are some of the top stories we're tracking now on this Wednesday morning. Surveillance video and social media tips led Sarasota police to make an arrest in an armed robbery from last week. They arrested 19-year-old David Emberly for this robbery at a store on North Washington Boulevard near Newtown. Manatee County is among the dozens of applicants trying to land the new Amazon headquarters. They're suggesting two sites, one in Lakewood Ranch and the other in northern Manatee County. That project would bring 50,000 jobs. And a new $32 million bridge we just talked to you about will open on later on this morning. The Fort Hamer Bridge opens at 11 o'clock in northern Manatee County. Checking traffic? No, we'll do that in a little while. But first off, 13 couples marked Friday the 13th by vowing to stay together until death do they part. A Six Flags theme park hosted a mass horror themed wedding for those whose love for each other matches their love of the macabre. There were also couples renewing their vows. Some of the folks wed at the same Halloween event 15 years earlier. The creepy couples toasted to love, honor, and decay until eternity and had personalized spiderweb cakes to enjoy as their first tantalizing treat. They then topped off the ghastly night with a spine-chilling roller coaster ride. We'll have more news. John Scalzi's changing forecast after this.